Hello there, Servum17 once again. This is the conclusion of the Harley Quinn Story Pack from Batman Arkham Knight. I'm doing a no damage run because you can't select a difficulty, and this is me transitioning towards the last few fights of the game, another Predator sequence, and then the boss fight against Nightwing. So here is the elevator waiting room, or complaints department, whatever this place is, and as you can see there's a handful of guys. One of them has a shield, but everybody else is pretty standard stuff. Harley Quinn does have the ability to throw things just like Batman. She throws kind of these party poppers, so you can stop those people running at you trying to do the tackle attack. And of course there is an environmental tool to use over here, as you just saw, which I love doing. But I find Harley so much fun, I really do. It was funny because I didn't expect anything of this DLC and I got so much more from it. I love the sound of the bat, the tinny sound of the bat, all the little touches. It's just that strong. This is bad as well. See that? I guarantee you guys, if I'd have pressed attack to cover the distance towards that man, Harley would have done a short ranged attack and I would have dropped my combo. So I decided to roll to keep my combo going, and it didn't work. Perhaps if I'd have done the, back claw equivalent, if Harvey has that, I think she has a rope of some kind, that might have probably covered that distance quite well and worked out, but it's definitely one of those moments where you can tell every so often when the combat drops, and it can be a little bit frustrating, but there are ways around it. You just need to be comfortable and learn them, I guess. So drop your jack-in-a-box down, break the wall, and then proceed onwards. But I'm in this really weird mode at the moment where all I want to do is play Batman, and I've done everything in Arkham Knight, and it's kind of frustrating, so I've been doing my best to try and find a way of getting the Red Hood DLC, because it's the only thing in the game that's available right now that I haven't touched. But the only way I've seen it, aside from asking the devs for it, which I'd love to do on Twitter, but I feel rude doing stuff like that, even though there's a chance that I could probably get a code that way. But people are on eBay are selling it for 20 quid, and when it comes out on the marketplace or the season pass, it'll probably be £3 to £4 at most. It might be £6 if they want to rip us off, which I'd be very disappointed in, but Warner Brothers like money. So 20 quid is too fucking steep. As much as I would really like to play it, I'm not paying that. And I've gone back to Origins and done a ton of stuff on Origins, but that is a game that is nowhere near as streamlined and balanced as this game, so a lot of the things that I've left to do, I physically can't do, because on that game there are these stealth challenges that are tied to this overall ranking system, which is a fantastic idea, but you can only do them during the story because Free Roam has no Predator sequences. So if you've done New Game and New Game Plus on your character and you haven't done these challenges, you can never do those challenges, which is horrendous and completely counterintuitive to what Rocksteady established with these games. So that's really sad. But I've been playing back the AR missions, I've been doing the Azrael mission pretty much every day because I really, really enjoy it, and I've been craving more, and it's a weird feeling because I've just downloaded the new patch for Bloodborne, and I played it for the first time since Witcher 3, and I love that game so much, but the frame rate, dude, is so bad on that game. And I know you're probably thinking, well, you never mentioned it was bad, Chris, when you were playing it. And I didn't, because I got used to it. But when I come off playing Street Fighter 4 a lot, which is 60 frames per second all the time, and I go back to that game, it feels rough. Like, I've just been playing Devil May Cry Special Edition, 60 frames per second. Then I've been playing Street Fighter, 60 frames per second. Then I even started playing Arkham City on my PC, 60 frames per second. And then I go to that and it's like, whoa, this is fluctuating a lot. And even in spite of that, I love that game. I was just doing some testing for my Gascoigne Seraphic trial because I need to rethink it because the great idea I had doesn't work. But here's me using the things I've told you guys, using loud takedowns to lure people towards them. A strategy I could have done then is take him down, drop one of those jack-in-a-boxes next to him, and the people go and investigate and you detonate the jack-in-a-box. That would have been a much more streamlined method. And if you look, they come every single time to where you did it, so it's such a good strategy. But I'm going to come behind them, and I'm going to use the Maniac mode, or the Mayhem mode, sorry. Mayhem, not a word, Mayhem, and take them both down. And that's the final Predator sequence of the DLC. So only thing left to do now is to push forward. We've got a little fight coming up, and then we have Nightwing joining the fight, which is technically a boss. The things to know about Nightwing are he has those electric batons, and if you engage him from the front, you'll get electrocuted. However, if you jump over him, you can attack him from the back in whatever you want to do. Takedowns will work against him, beatdowns will work against him. You can do as much as you want. I really like her walk animation. The subtle sway of her hips. It's really, really nice. You know, it's not overt and overly sexualized, it's just, you know, it's feminine enough to be graceful. But here is Poison Ivy. And here is the inevitable combat. So here comes the running guy. That's what you do when you chuck things. There's the shield takedown. Do not try and do the ground pickup as Harley, because I do not think she has it. Additionally to this, there are a handful of special moves that you can do with Batman that if you try with Harley will drop your combo, so you need to be aware of that. But I look at this combat as kind of just the bare bones, but really fun, because of just how mischievous and creative Harley is with the bat. And a lot of cartwheels. I'm a big fan of kick-heavy stuff. But here's a beatdown. Ooh, lovely. And then you're going to see a little transition here as Nightwing joins the fray. So here comes the boy that I wish we could play as, because I'm a big fan of him. The game slows down because it wants you to go into Mayhem mode. I'm not going to do that, guys, because it actually is counterintuitive. Mayhem mode kills people. Well, it knocks them out, technically. And you need to build your combo here so that you can do the takedowns against Nightwing and kill him quicker. So instead of just getting rid of them, you want to use them as combo stooges, basically, because the takedown does big damage to him. And just jump over him, hit him, and then continue your attack on somebody else. And it's pretty simple stuff. Of course, if he does anything that is remotely red symbolized, you cannot do much about it except for avoid it. Because if you try and counter it, you'll get punched, and if you try and outpunch it, you'll get punched. But there is another party popper. There's a quick counter, and trying to get that combo back up. Combos there, takedowns here, and that's the end of Nightwing. And it doesn't let you finish the fight either, it just transitions to a cutscene, which is interesting. But and that's it, folks. You would think there would be more, wouldn't you? But there isn't. It's very short, it's very sweet. And you're probably thinking right now you're not missing out on much, which, in fairness, you aren't really. But what is here is something that I thoroughly enjoyed. So, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you got something from this, if not just a glimpse of what you're missing or what you don't really care to purchase later on down the line. I will see you in future DLCs for Arkham Knight, because I'm super conflicted whether or not I'm going to get the Season Pass. Because the first piece of DLC comes out on the 14th of July, and it's Batgirl, which I'm really excited about, but you can't purchase it as a standalone until a week after. And, you know, being first is pretty important in getting stuff early, so it might be worth picking up the Season Pass. And it is actually my birthday in a couple of days, so I have a really good excuse to lavish 30 quid on something that's a little bit, you know, too expensive for my taste. But thank you very much for watching, and you take care now.